Dave Chenard at beautiful River Gorge Ranch with a lot driving and walking video for you. We're at lot number 2268 today. It is 1.94 acres with some extra width at the street and some extra depth with some ravines to make it feel like a mountain lot. And it's got a little bit of a vaster feel to the backyard because of the ravine and a pond that'll be in the far backyard. I'll show you that pond way back there. Well, that's our live dot right there by the property line. That's your septic field. That's your driveway going to a house with an oversized garage. Let me show you what it looks like. They did a site plan. So this shows where the driveway is going to go along where that drainage ravine is. The septic field all reserved with the pine trees in the front. Well, this is all a ravine that makes it have a neat little mountain feel to it, and it's also drainage for your property. And this is the flat area. Part of it will be the septic field. This flat area right there could be an additional structure. And this is showing an oversized garage. They're showing a 24 by 36 garage with a house on it, a 2,200 square foot home. So there's the home, a ranch, and there is the 3-car garage. Well, let's go drive this property. So as we drive up, you'll see our dot is right there. You'll see the property line is these flags right here. Okay, in fact, I can see the pin right there. So there's the flags and the pin is right there. So this is the one property line right there. Well, this goes for a couple 100 feet plus along the street. That's your septic field in the front yard. This is kind of the area your driveway would go in. We'll go in there in a touch. And this is where your actual driveway will go, right along this ravine. They're going to cut a path because they're going to use some of that for septic reserve area. So your driveway will go right through here, and the driveway will have drainage right next to it. And this far left property line is well over here to give you that elbow room. Nobody's going to be close to you. And so this is that one property stake here. And as you can see the pin right there, well, if you look way in the woods, you can see another pin. And so that's the angle on the other side of the ravine. Well, let's go back up here, and I want to walk the site with you. Thank you for bearing with me. Some live action here as I back up and videotape and try not to drive off into a ravine. Well, there's, let's pull into this a touch and get out and give you some live action walking in here. It does have tall, mature trees, so that's nice. This is so different than a cookie cutter community where they cut every damn tree and houses are on top of houses. That's not our style here at all. Well, that's our live blue dot there. You're going to see it moving a touch, and we're going to come in. The street will go right to here, right across here. So I left the nose of the car right at where the street will be widened to. Well, that is your active and reserve septic field, all of this area in the front. I'll show it to you on the GPS as we walk in a touch. And here's that ravine off to the left, which will take the drainage of your lot. All this high land stays nice and dry, because if the whole lot was flat, well, where's all the 40 to 75 inches of rain a year going to go? So it is nice to have some slopes and drainage to keep your higher land dry. Well, this area actually they show is no septic field right here. So you could have whatever kind, the driveway is going to come right into here. And there's a little bit more room if you needed to build something right here, because that is the reserve septic. Let's listen real quick. Better get used to it. It's gorgeous here. Not a lot of sounds here other than nature. Now, I do want you to look. This lot will have a little more open sky in the distance because there's a ravine in the back. And so it is nice, and I'll show it to you in a bit, how you're not going to really see any homes directly behind you. Now, yes, it's 1.94 acres with probably an acre of it off slopes and all. But that all really depends on how much usable land you need. Some people don't want a lot of maintenance. They just want enough room for their home and garage, maybe a little bit of a yard, and the rest of it could just be trees and all. Well, as you can see, I am now past the septic field. So we're a good probably 15 to 20 feet past the septic field. So that septic field ended in those woods. And so this is that larger area that you can go. And as you can see, we're not even up to the area. Let's go right to the corner of where they show this garage. So I'm walking sideways now from that, and they're showing, if I show you now, we've walked actually into the concrete pad. Well, this is all the level land right here for your big garage, okay? So they're showing the garage. We'll go all the way up to the front corner of where it is. And that's what's nice about how, I'll zoom in a touch. Notice how I'm now in the back of the garage, and I'm not even all the way up to the front corner of the garage. Okay, so now it advanced a little more. I'm towards the property line. So let's walk over here a touch more to get that corner of the garage. So now we are right at that corner of the garage, well away from the septic field. And as you can see, all of this is flat land here for your garage. So no worries on having an oversized garage here. Now let's go, if this is all the garage here, and you'll see my dot as I'm walking. Boom. All the concrete, that's the concrete pad. Well, this would be the 1, 2, 3 car garage doors right here. And let's go to where they show the front of the home. This is the area of the front of the home, all right here. So they would do the front foundation along here. We're still flat here, but this is where it starts to taper off. So if you wanted a lower basement, well, then this is a perfect lot for you because you could put in a small lower basement. Many people would want just a crawl space and just leave it as main level living. So one foundation will be level up at the front of the house. And then as they go into the back of the home, well, then you'll have a slight crawl space, which is actually good to get underneath the home to access things. So I'll walk back in here a touch. Let's imagine we're on the main level of the home. And so you'll notice there's probably back here maybe about a 3-foot, 4-foot drop in total to this foundation, but nothing I'm too worried about. So that was the level land with where the garage will go. And then this is the back of the home right here. Well, I think somebody might choose this lot over a perfectly flat lot because of this depth of how it drops down below you. Some people want to feel like they're in a mountain. So this home with the slight extra steps in the back, if you don't have a lower basement, you can see I'm well below the home now. So it's not going to be a huge foundation of depth, but the deck would come out up a little higher. And that means you'll be up a little more with tree leaves and all. And what you do see in the back of this backyard is a mix of trees, deciduous trees. It's very green. So I think somebody may love this lot who wants to see a greener backyard and a deeper backyard. I'm probably a good, now as you can see, 50 feet behind the home. And this is all sloping down, and we have all sorts of trees and colors back in here. So if you want to have more of a walking backyard, even with a slight slope, and if you wanted to have more colors or more sky, well, when the leaves fall off here, this is going to be vaster because this is all, as you can see, the property behind the home. So it's all a matter of how much walkable flat land do you want, and if you want a backyard with a little bit of a more woodsy open feel. Now, this is interesting. Let's keep walking back here. Wow, this boulder's on your property. Look where I am. I don't even know this lot fully yet. Look at how far back it goes. Well, this is a big boulder, a rock that nobody has any idea about. This is your rock or boulder. Wow, look at this thing. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You're not moving that, baby. Let's stand on top of it. Wow, some more rocks. Oh, another boulder there below you. All right, so this is looking back probably 100 feet to the back of the house. Let me show you where we are. That's your dot. These are your boulders. Well, I'm looking 100 feet back along that slope. And this is that cleavage or creve that's going into the mountain. And that's where it could have some water when they put that culvert and finish these roads. And that leads to a pond, which the pond is actually going to start right where that sunlight is. So you'll have a little touch of water back here where they're going to cut out some of these trees. Well, this is Dave Chenard at lot number 2268, and we're in the far backyard. It has some really neat features. If this is enough level land for you, it's going to have an amazing feel. Well, thanks for reaching out, and give me a holler and come and visit our mountain. Take care, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.